Alright, we are live. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Last time when we left off, we had finished clearing out Higgs Village, the former residence of the think tank scientists from back when they were still human, and we had arrived at the X-8 research facility, which is one of the bigger dungeons in the Old World Blues expansion. We have a lot to do here, quest-wise. I'm hopeful we'll be able to do all of X-8 in today's stream, but I would be surprised if we were able to do anything else, and I wouldn't be surprised if it takes 2 videos. It's a big, involved area. Morning, Lone Wonder. Great to see you, as always. Thank you for joining. Based on a lot of feedback on the YouTube comments, I've disabled the tip jar widget. I prefer the look. I prefer the look without it. To be frank, it was not really serving much of a purpose. Anybody who wants to tip me can obviously still do so. We don't need the jar sitting there to tell us when it is or isn't happening. And I like the aesthetic better without it. It's much cleaner. Morning, Lewis. I'm doing well. How about yourself? So you can see mini brains floating in jars. X-8 main terminal. I believe those mini brains are actually assets lifted directly from Point Lookout in Fallout 3, but never been one to complain. Let's loot everything useful out of this first room. And let's head to the north. Mr. Orderly Mark IV. Handled him like a boss. Now we can loot. We're gonna have to make several offloading trips to and from the sink. Like I said, this place is big and it's loaded. So don't be surprised if we end up doing a lot of that. Ooh, deluxe chemistry set. Let's create some stim packs. Morning, St. Louis. Well, I'm sorry you're going to have a long and dreary day, but thank you for joining me before the bad part starts. It's Thursday. At least the week's almost over, right? And just like that, we are out of carry weight. Granted, we still have a lot of our last Higgs Village looting run on board right now. But nonetheless, time for an offload. Oh, Lewis, good for you. And see, I talk about weekends. I'm really, attorneys, we're basically on the clock 24/7. But I usually don't have to go into the office on weekends. That's nice. What work I do on weekends can be done at home in my pajamas. So that is certainly a big difference, even if I am still working a lot of the time. Oh, Lewis, I actually agree with you. Back in the, I think I didn't start the channel till I was in law school, but back before law school, I worked in a hospital lab, and sometimes I had the option of working 3 12-hour shifts instead of, you know, 5 8s or 4 10s. Man, I would kill for a 3-12 schedule, because once you're working anyway, you'd be surprised how little difference that extra 4 hours makes. But only working 3 days a week and being done, that was fucking incredible. I would kill for that. Purified water.
Might I be of service, sir? Might I be of service, sir?
Perfect. Back to it. Yeah, before we leave, before I forget, let's refresh our well-rested bonus.
Downs, but focusing on the past like it was any better.
Back to X-8. Oh, well, hey, man. Yeah, extra pay is always good. Never gonna complain about that. Alright, so this is the splicing test area, in case you hadn't noticed. Before anything else, let's just finish looting. Morning, Cyclo. Oh, you know Nyron, he's unpredictable. 9 times out of 10 when he's not here, it's because he just finally decided to go to sleep. Let's go ahead and loot every room we can get to before messing with any of the terminals. As they, generally activate and change things. So let's head over here. This level 1 hallway. Dead lobotomite. Nothing I care about.
Didn't you hear me coming? Now I have to... Clean up all this blood.
I don't need an implant. Save that for groups. Maya, what do you mean? Does it lag when there's fire? Because I don't know if it's lag, because the actual game goes slow motion whenever there's fire on screen. And not like in a laggy sort of way, at least for me, like a ooh, look at the fire sort of way. Dog and robot splicing experiment holotape. This holotape contains dog and robot splicing data that can be used at the X-8 biomechanical splicing terminal. Oh, look at me being silly. I already looted those, didn't I? Oh well. X-8 kennel door requires key. Oh, that sounds lovely. X-8 test terminal. X-8 institutional test facility requires key. X-8 testing facility requires key. There's what looks to be a robo-brain, but for whatever reason it's not searchable. Okay, I think we're clear for now. There's an X-8 main terminal. So somebody dug up some bodies. That's always charming. Medical supplies. Surgical saw control panel. Alright. Alright, we've looted everything we can do without starting something. So, give me a moment. I started while the update was still pushing. And now it's finally finished, so if there's a speed increase, and you notice it, that's why. Anyway. Here we go. Alright, let's mess around with the splicing room first. Like I said, there's a lot to do here. I really like this place, though. It's a very neat dungeon. Big Mountain Research Network, X-8 Biomechanical Testing Facility. Biomechanical splicing rules. 1. Due to recent government-mandated cutbacks to our funding, only 3 experiments may be performed per day. 2. We do not have infinite kennel space here at X-8. Only 1 cyber dog beyond those needed for the testing process may be created. 3. Clear any and all debris from the platform before conducting any splicing experiments. 4. Experiments are not allowed outside the X-8 facility. 5. Finally, security must be disabled before experiments can be run. Alright. Splice lobotomite and robot. That's the one that we were able to do without any holotapes. Evil genius. created an abomination.
For the first time ever.
It creates a robo-brain.
Strange new world around me. What does it hold in store for a dreamer such as myself?
And then it dies. Lovely. Clear splicing area. And then, with the holotape we found, we can splice robot and dog, which is actually going to create a companion. Roxy, the friendly cyber dog. Hi there, puppy. Go wait by the entrance. Good dog. Alright, so let's check out some of the other terminals. Can't remember, was there another one down there or not? No, okay. Alright, so here's an X-8 main terminal. Let's check it out. X-8 test subject information. In this test, you will take on the role of one of those evil commies infiltrating an institution of honest American learning. Don't worry, citizen, it's just for pretend. Your objective is to steal documents that a real dirty commie trader, which you're not, could use to brainwash our children, which you wouldn't do. This test will help us to protect our children's fragile minds from the agents of international communism, agents like you. Just kidding. We know you're a loyal American, aren't you? Fucking love this game. X-8 Institutional Test Internal Memo. Subjects will be informed that we are gauging the effectiveness of communist infiltration of American schools. They won't know about the cyber dogs until they actually begin the testing process. 1. Test A engages cyberdog protection protocols alongside standard automated turret systems. 2. Test B adds protectrons to the previous test. Test B also includes some basic tests for the field disruptor capacitance module. X-8 Residential Test Internal Memo. Until further notice, please do not enter the residential cyberdog test area or conduct any experiments using it. The cyberdogs are still being programmed, and any disturbance could have dramatic influence on their progress. Restricting access in this fashion should also help to avoid any repeats of incident playtime, settlements for which are coming directly out of our budget. Dr. Gail Richardson, PhD, Test Engineer, X-8 Cyberdog Project. Yeah, if we bring Roxy with us, she'll just get slaughtered. And I like to try to keep my companions alive, even if they're useless, so I'm just going to leave her here. I think all this does is let us, like, move the surgical saw around. Not much to it, really. EM Pulse Wave module on loan. The X-13 facility has loaned us their EM Pulse Wave module prototype for the sonic emitter for use in our data retrieval test simulations. The module allows the sonic emitter to disable certain force fields. Do not allow test subjects to leave the X-8 facility with this module. Even though it won't work outside Big Mountain, it's a security nightmare. Thank you all for your attention in this matter. Dr. Adam Figgis, MD, PhD, DVM, DDM, DD, Test Supervisor. Project Burke and Project Hare. Yes, Project Burke involves what some less science-minded individuals might call grave robbing. Yes, we're forced into this due to budget cuts. No, none of senior staff uses the bodies for anything else. Finally, in regards to the rumor that Project Hare engages in liquidation operations against non-military targets to procure research subjects, I will not dignify them with a response. Any other questions? Dr. Adam Figgis, MD, PhD, DVM, DDM, DD, Test Supervisor. Important reminder to myself. While programming the new residential CyberDog module to retrieve objects thrown by human beings for purpose of enjoyment, I accidentally used an audio sample recording of its bark as the object to be fetched. The CyberDog has now become attached to the sample and displayed signs of aggressive tendencies when I attempted to recover it. I have left it in the residential reconstruction area until it is needed. I believe the CyberDog has buried it. Dr. Gail Richardson, PhD, Test Engineer, X-8 CyberDog Project. Alright. Let me see. I think I don't need the sonic emitter until I do the advanced test. So make sure to grab it on the, yeah. We can do the basic test without it, so I just need to remember to grab it on my next offload after the basic test. Nyron was right. I do need it. And here is the test terminal. Enter institutional data retrieval. Basic test. For this test, you must use any means necessary to retrieve 3 student files from an average high school. Basic security protocols have been activated. Success. Retrieve 3 student files. Failure. Security measures prohibit you from retrieving the files. And now we can get in.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros. You may know me as the head chief first researcher of Labs C9 and C14. There I fought valiantly to preserve rattlesnake DNA and put it right where it belongs, in the husk of another feared predator. Oh, and the tarantula hook. Can't splice enough, I always say. Especially if you can make a magnificent cazador. Enough about me. It has come to my attention that many of you seemingly innocent children have been subverted by red propaganda. This is a most serious matter, requiring the most serious of detentions. Can you spell detention? I'll tell you how I spell it. Death tension. Commie pinko traitors. Oh! Now, I will send vicious cybernetic cyborg dogs through the corridors to weed all you traitors out. They will sniff out which among you have chosen the commie path. Especially you, Betsy Bright, who turned me down for the high school dance so you could smoke with Richie Marcus. All monitors will also be vigilant. Step outside during class, and they'll make sure you make a speedy jump back to your desk. Hold your urine and wait for the proper bathroom break time.
Alright. So, we've got Hall H and an unmarked open door. Let's check Hall H first. Just loot as we go. And I'd really like to try to stay in stealth mode this time, so... Nah, didn't work. This is a military cyberdog. Be aware that's significantly stronger than the police cyberdogs we fought outside. There are also turrets, I believe. So you can see these force fields that we can't do anything about right now. Oh, there's the turret, yeah. Hall monitor, clever. This is not clean water, if you're wondering. Alright, let's check out this hallway. Was a new one. It's that same room we started in. And there's a force field, so this way. Alright, classroom or hallway door? Let's check the classroom first. Looks like a classroom anyway. X-8 turret control system with an average lock. Ah, computer hacking. We haven't had to do this in a while. Demanded. 1 of 8. Demanded. That's too many. Demanded. That one works. 2 of 8. Demanded. Timeline. That one does not work. Too many matches. Demanded. Timeline. That has to be it, and it is. Hi, Infinimora. Not really. You missed the start of the basic test in X-8. Warning, no targeting data. And some, you missed some funny Dr. Boris dialogue, and initially messing around with the splicing terminal at the start of X-8, but you haven't missed much. We're just now getting into X-8, the dungeon proper, such as it is, with the military cyber dogs. Sneak criticals, you know that's what I'm about. I believe the hall monitor is currently aggroed, so let's wait for my VATS to recharge, then I'll duck in there and take care of it too. Skeleton behind the teacher's desk, it's effective. You've gained the machine head perk, rank 2. I'll wager that's just for destroying robots or mechanical enemies. Yeah, you grind the gears of machines and gain a damage bonus against robots. Alright, that's all the hostiles. Now we can loot this room. Oh, my radiation level has increased. Surprise, surprise, time for a rat away. behind there. This one, yes. Some boxes hiding. Look at the posters on the wall. I will once I'm in here looting. A is for America, B is for bomb, C is for commie, D is for dirty commie. Yeah, the Boris dialogue we were talking about was all about communist infiltration of the American high school. That and his rejection by one Betsy Bright, who declined his invitation to the high school dance to go smoke with Richie Marcus. X-8 Institutional Test Terminal. Retrieve student records. Retrieve Richie Marcus's midterm grades. Midterm grade report. Richie Ball Lover Marcus. English F-, Math F-, Science F-, History F-. So that's the first of 3 that we need to find. I'm guessing it's going to kick us back to that same hallway we were in. It looks like... Okay, there must be another floor. So I was going to say, I don't see any enemies back where we came from. Alright, so we've got it down to one way to go forward, so let's just go that way.
You are in the library. Be quiet here and filled with...
Like how all of the lobotomites seem to have alcohol-related apparel on them, like shot glasses. Leaf blowers aren't useful, are they? I don't think so, but let me check. No, they're not. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I think whatever is aggroed right now is above me on the other side of the force field, so... Right, a few boxes over here. And here's the second institutional test terminal. Retrieve student records. Retrieve Sherry O'Bannon's schedule. Sherry O'Bannon's after-school schedule. Ballet, Tuesday and Thursday, 4:30 to 6:30. Pep Squad, Wednesday, 4:15 to 5:15. Tutoring Center volunteer, Monday, 4:15 to 6. That's 2 out of 3. The hope is that we can get all of the basic test loot in a single pass, because, you know, this is a dungeon. It's not like I can go offload at will. We have to go all the way through in a single shot, so... hopefully... dehydration increased, whatever. That's it for the library. I have no idea how we stayed undetected there, but I will certainly take it. Alright, nope, we are going to run out of space. That's a shame. Stairs. Well, the whole first floor is clear, so I guess we'll just have to save clearing the second floor for when we come back for the advanced test. Makes sense. In the meantime, we can grab anything that's weightless. And I want to prioritize anything that's on enemies, because I think that stuff will actually disappear. Whereas containers can be researched, so, or searched on our second pass when we're back here. Which will happen very soon, because we have to do we have to do a second run through here. We have to do the advanced test, so search all those later. Oh, I got turned around. Ah, yes, here we are. So there's a Protectron and Cyberdog in here. GRX time. Place to lose some weight. So I can loot the Cyberdog. Now let's look around up here. Ah, turret control system with an easy lock. try and hack this. Too many. Motives. Got it. Average locked door. Well, let's see what's back here, shall we? Storage closet. Figures. I like how all the drugs are hidden in the locked storage closet. Very high school. When's the next RE stream? That's a good question. I don't think it's going to be tonight after all. It may not happen until next week, unfortunately. Real life intrudes, as it so often does.
Down at the end of the hall is ball storage for jocks who like balls. Like Richie Marcus. Do you hear me, Betsy? Richie likes balls.
I don't know why this makes me laugh so much, but it does. X-8 testing facility requires key. Oh shoot. Gonna need another implant here. Implant time. Same idea as before. I want to make sure to loot bodies, so we'll do so and then stash some stuff in a locker. Retrieve it on our second pass. Groovy. Do you hear me, Betsy? Richie likes balls. Why me? Mobius. Coach's office. Average locked gate. You playing Betsy for Cazadors? Yeah, apparently. Alright, here's the third and final institutional test terminal. Retrieve Betsy Bright's records. Betsy Bright's disciplinary record. Unexcused absences 7, disruptive behavior 3, smoking on school property 11. Alright, exit the institutional facility. That's going to spawn 2 more cyber dogs out here by the exit. If I try to run up on them, I think they're definitely going to spot me, so... Let's snipe one. And then... we can run up on the other. Same deal. Loot those. Stash some stuff. And make our way out the exit.
You got to the residential test. This is really Boros, by the way. Hello again. None of us thought you would get this far.
Begin the advanced institutional test at the X-8 test terminal. Activate institutional data retrieval test advanced at the X-8 test terminal. X-8 observatory terminal. Let's see what weightless loot we can find in this room. Or mostly weightless, as it is with ammo. Okay, yeah, we can't take those. Or those. What's here in the middle? Looks interesting. Can't take that pencil. Let's head through here. Sit, stay, kill. So I guess we're looking at Cyberdog training. You might have remembered we saw a Protectron in here when we were out there in the testing area. He's not here now, but I'm sure we'll run into him.
The residential test. Wasn't that shut down for some reason?
Anything we kill, I worry that the body will disappear, so... We'll prioritize carrying that out.
Yes! My pet, Gabe! I'd forgotten about the old boy and the countless experiments I'd done on him back in his... Gabe? Gabe! You're about to have your favorite dream. Won't that be nice? Don't eat the visitor, boy. Don't, please. Gabe would bark and snarl and bite whenever anyone came to visit. That's why I replaced his legs with spare parts and fed him a steady diet of psycho-laced dog chow.
Like I said, there's a lot to this place. We're nearing the end of our first run at least, and I'm actually probably going to have to end the stream there. I did warn at the beginning that was a distinct possibility. Considering we're already 50 minutes in, it's looking very likely to me. Let's see, like, if we head this way, we can get to the kennel. First, let's see what's down here.
I am sorry. Oh, who's a good boy? You are.
There's an area we haven't seen yet. Presumably this is the residential testing area. See the giant doghouse with the red light? Dog and lobotomite splicing experiment holotape. X-8 observatory terminal. Shipping department, unusual shipment. Dr. Richardson, we've just received the latest shipment of dogs for the Cyberdog experiment process, but, well, frankly, I think our supplier screwed us. The animals must be basically feral. Every time we get close to the shipping kennels, they let out with the most god-awful hissing and, well, rattling is the only way I can describe it. Please advise, should we open the kennels or just send them back? Shipping department, please advise. So at Dr. Richardson's request, we opened one of those kennels from our latest shipment. The dog inside, and I use that term very loosely, appeared to be suffering from a truly horrendous case of mange, and upon being released it immediately attacked, killed, and attempted to swallow whole Specialist Acres. Luckily the situation has for now at least contained itself, as SPC Acres was a very large man and the creature has choked to death. Does anyone know anything about this shipment? Please advise. Shipping department in lockdown. In light of the large number of fatalities due to the latest shipment of experimental test subjects, the shipping department is going into lockdown. I give you my personal assurance that as soon as this plague of monsters has been dealt with, I will work overtime to get your deliveries to you in a timely and efficient manner. As I am currently the only surviving member of the shipping department, however, there may still be some delays. Until then, Dr. Callis in X-13 has the pass card for the area. Skippy, sole survivor. Regarding shipping department lockdown. In our last supervisor meeting, we discussed the possible benefits of the small shipping accident. We are considering studying the unexpected specimen's behavior by releasing them into our test area before removing them from the X-8 facility. The shipping department will remain in lockdown until a decision has been reached. Dr. Adam Figgis, MD, PhD, DVM, DDM, DD, Test Supervisor. So, obviously we're discussing Night Stalkers there. Alright, now if we head back this way... There's a door to the kennel that we still can't use yet. Requires a key. And finally, we reach the exit back to the central facility. And here we are. Now we can use the terminal to enter one or the other of the tests, but we are due to run back to the sink and offload. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to end today's episode when I get back to X-8. Dog and lobotomite splicing experiment holotape. This holotape contains dog and lobotomite splicing data that can be used at the X-8 biomechanical splicing terminal. Cupertino is filled with hipsters and communists. Dirty communists. Never leave out the dirty when you're talking about commies. Not while we're playing Fallout, anyway. See, I don't think I found any unique items. Plenty of crafting shit. You know, gecko steak is a much better food item than Brahmin steak, so I'm going to carry that with me instead. Get a couple more purified waters on board. Although, once we find the sync personality module, we'll finally really be able to basically stop worrying about carrying water with us. That'll be nice.
Might I be of service?
Of course. Buy my smokes. My pre-war money. Repair my shit.
Might I be of service?
Let's get well rested again. Then we're going to head back to X-8 and we're going to end today's installment before starting the advanced test, which takes us through the same high school area. So we will have another opportunity to, oh, look, just like that.
Mighty think.
Dehydrated.
Still cowering in your dome? Cower, you fools! Cower!
So ready to begin the advanced test, and we will do that next Tuesday morning. Until then, I'd like to thank everyone who joined me live on Twitch today. If you watched on Twitch and you're new, I hope you'll hit the follow button so you can see us when we go live. If you're watching later on YouTube, all my content eventually makes it over there. I know catching streams is hard. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, everything makes its way over there. And regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you'll consider joining our Discord server. The link is either in the YouTube video description or on the Twitch channel description. We discuss official channel business there, including what you'd like to see me play in the future, and we just kind of have fun. Anyway, regardless of which platform you're on, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I thank you very much for joining me. Unfortunately, I think I have to say that the next stream probably won't be until we do Fallout next Tuesday morning. So there's not going to be one tonight, and I believe we're heading to the cabin tomorrow night for the weekend. So, yeah, until Tuesday morning. Thanks. See y'all then.